put it on here. You put this thing on here on the wide one. Line your 6 up with the outside one. It's the best way to go, because and then you'll find a 6 on here. There's one there. So I know this is a 6, and this is the one I want to line it up with. Oops. This is the one I want to line it up with, so I slide it in like that. I'm going to turn it back over, and just to keep it from moving, I'm going to go ahead and slide my screw in and tighten it down. As you can see, they're going to go around. There's going to be 6 that go around here. So I'm going to do the same thing, using the same point of reference, that outside one. And so I'm going to put my piece on here, like that. I'm going to find my 6, which is this next hole. I'm going to make sure I slide this in like that. Hold it. Flip it over, line up my hole there, make sure we're all good. And you can use what I showed you before to, like that small Phillips screwdriver or centering punch of some type to line it up. But I like to make sure they're nice and tight on there, and this is nice and set in that groove. So we're going to continue to do this the whole way around. Whole thing over again. So now, on the other side, you have the plate. And what I like to do is I like to look for where the 6s are going to line up best. And there's that bolt inside. Slide it right back down on the thing. Okay, now this is it. So you look and you see, okay, how are these 6s going to line up the best? And you're going to find that they're going to line up at the back hole, like we did on the other side, almost identical. So you start with one. And this is where I like to use that, this thing is to get the holes completely lined up. I should put that thing in there. Then I can put my screw in. And I'll tighten it down. And you want to make sure that you get this really, really tight. Sometimes you have to push them in, sometimes you have to pull them out. So it's a nice tight mount. And here that is lining up again. I hold the plastic down and the plastic piece up. Start my screw off. And I'm still holding them together as best I can, because that makes it easier. You don't want the plastic to pull itself together. You kind of want to put the screw so it's going through both of them evenly. And you tighten them right down. So you get a nice firm attachment. Same thing. Push that down. I like to go kind of around in a circle. You could do one side and then come back and do the other side, I guess, but it's just easier for me to go in a circle. Holding these two together, tightening this down. Spinning it one more time. Now there are other holes that will line up. You have the option of putting some screws in there if you feel like you don't feel like you have it strong or solid enough. You could do that. I usually get it tight enough that I don't need to, but it is a possibility. If you're not going to hurt anything if the holes line up. on the other side you're going to be putting springs too. And then the last one. Okay, so there we have it. We made that into a 6-head. Now, there's a bolt in here. I don't know if you can see it, but when you slide your hand in there, you want to make sure that when that bolt comes through the other side, I like to push it through and grab it and turn it, because this will fall through. So when you're putting this last piece on, I like to kind of line it up like this so you have your spring in the same place as the other side, like this, holding the bolt as best I can, putting that on there, putting my washer on, putting the bolt on, the right way helps. You hold this part right here because it seats itself in there, and then you can go ahead and you can tighten that. This is still going to spin, so that's what you want to make sure that you do. At this point in time, you want to put your springs on. Putting your springs on is sliding it over this thing and taking it to the bolt behind it. And to know that you did it right is this will be closed when the spring is on. And move this out of the way. I always do this before I even do anything with this because you want to make sure it's out of the way. Makes it easier. And that's all there is to it. That's how you convert or change your heads. You do the same thing, same principle with your 7s, your 9s, your 8s, your 10s, and your 5s. And that makes your spacing. And these are in here pretty safe. Now, as I said, if you're feeling that you need to, there are holes. Sometimes the 8-head lines up with this as well, and you can put those extra screws in there. I'm not going to because I don't think I need it. I think it's pretty solid as it is. And put the handle back on, change your seed plate, which I showed you in a different video, and go out and put your seeds in and plant. All right. Any questions? You know where to find us. Thank you.